Good evening. So today we have gathered here to talk about a small demo, I would say, about data analysis, right? So everyone is talking about data analysis, and this is something which has made the complete world to think about it, right? So what is exactly this data analysis? Whether you should like to go with a data analysis or you'll be going with any other technology, you are in between. You're thinking where we can end up your career, right? See, nowadays what is happening is everything is data. Okay, now the moment I started talking, the session is recorded. For the next 1 hour, what I'm going to talk is going to be recorded, and the file size is going to be 500 MB. This is the data. Whatever message you are sending, you are receiving it, you're storing it in your mobile, it's a data. You have your balance, you send money to someone, and you have your other person's beneficiary account added, it's a data. So everything in this world is a data. Without data, there is no application. Whatever you're using, everything requires something called data, right? So now, what you're going to do with this data? For example, let's say we have crossed this maybe I think 12th or 13th edition. The IPL is completed, right? If you observe all this 13 years of IPL, if you observe all this 13 to 14 years of IPL, in every IPL, there's one team which has reached the playoffs consistently, maybe 1 or 2 years. Now, what is your interpretation here? Basically, I will tell next year also that team will come. How can you tell that? Data. You are seeing the data, you're trying to predict what is going to happen. With data, you can do wonders. You can do wonders. It's a proof that whatever is your prediction is going to happen, that is proved using the available data. It could be anything. It could be anything, but still the data plays a very major factor. Okay, so today we'll just think about what and all we can do with the data analysis. Okay, so the agenda for today will be how you can become a data analyst from other fields. Maybe I can say non-technical, you're working for any of the government sectors, or you're working for any private banks, you're working for BPO, you're working for admin, or maybe you're working as a salesperson. Let it be any other domain or technology, how you can become a data analyst. That's the first thing. Okay. And before I talk about that, you should also know what are the opportunities available. That is also something we'll be discussing, the career opportunities, right? And what is the job? What type of job you can expect? That is also we'll be discussing. And finally, we'll see why this field is become, why this technology is in high demand. This is one of the toppest skill currently in market. This year alone, only from our institute, 500 people have got jobs. Only from our institutes. Okay, maybe we have trained around 550 to 600 people. Almost everyone have got job. This is one of the hottest skill currently in market, right? Now let's go one by one. First question is, who can become a data analyst? This is something which keeps on running in your mind. Everyone says, in order to come to IT, maybe I have to have a good communication skill, maybe I have to know a language, maybe I have to know a BI tool, or maybe I have to know like coding. Everyone, whoever says that, in order to come to IT, the first suggestion they give is, hey, you have to be very strong in one type of coding. And everyone takes a back step not to enter IT just because they think that coding will be there. This is a major impact that has happened. Whenever you're completing your graduations, suppose let's say you had a gap, you were preparing for exams, and you're trying to come to IT, the first thing you get a feedback is coding is required. That is actually taking a backseat with respect to proceeding further. Now, today I'll be talking about why this is different. Okay, the first thing is it the right technology for a career change? Is this a data analysis? Is it a right step for technical change or a career change which you want? The first and foremost things you have to remember is there is no coding background required for this. There is no coding background required for this. You can be from any sector, you can be from any technology, you may be working in any of the non-technical, as I said, you may be working for BPO, you may be working for admin, even if you are working as a sales caller, the minimum criteria to become a data analysis, you should have at least one degree. Forget about whether you're having an engineering degree, or whether you're having a BCom degree, or you're having a BSc degree, forget about it. The just one thing I would say is just a degree is more than enough. The nowadays data analysis is increasing so that people are not even worried about the degree. Whether you have to be a BE graduate, you should have done MS, you should have done like masters, nothing. A simple degree with a good way of explaining, that should be more than enough. And it's a very, very good opportunity for people who have a gap. Let me give an example. 2016, you completed your graduation. 2016 to 2018, maybe you were trying to get a job. You were preparing for exams. You were prepare for UPSC exams. Maybe you did not get. You're working for a small company for maybe 10K, 15K salary. 2019, maybe 2020, 21, the pandemic came into picture. These people who add a gap of even 4 years, this is a right technology, you can start working with IT. Okay, so this is something you will be able to work here, because this technology is something where even if you have a gap, you can learn this and you can get your step into IT, right? So those people who are working in non-technical, this could be the right option, because non-technical and technical, if you compare the salary bar, definitely this is 3 times better than the non-technical. Let me say if you're getting 20,000, giving an example, if you're getting a 20,000 in a non-technical, you can get 60 plus in technical. So this becomes a very important factor. Those who want to switch to a career to a data analysis, first step is you need not have a coding background. Even if you don't know what is C, C++, Java, forget about it. No one is going to ask. Okay, and the career gap, this is a very, very like your important point, because those who having let's say you have a career gap, you try to read a Java course, or you try to read a .NET course, and you're trying to come into a company, your expectations will be too high. They will treat you as an experienced person, maybe 3 years, 4 years. They'll start giving you the real-time scenarios, they'll start ask to code. All these things could be very challenging. But this data analysis course, if you are going through with this course for the next 2.5 months, you can even work as a professional data analyst who is much experienced than you. You can even match the experience of 5 to 6 years of experience. Whoever is working in the real time, you can match their level. It's just about using the tool. It's just about thinking strategically and solving the business solutions. Right? This is the first step. You have to remember that in order to come to this technology, the only prerequisite I would say is you have to understand English. You need to speak English. This is more than enough in order to jump into this technology. You need not need any of the coding language, right? So this is something keep in mind. Okay. Now, why everyone is talking about this? What is there in this data analysis? Why everyone is talking only on this? Why it is on peak? Among all other technologies, this is one of the technology where it is having very much high package in terms of salary. Okay, this is actually, see, why people are coming into this technology is it makes you to think. The work satisfaction is very important. The work you do has to make you motivated in order to work. In a day, let's say there is a 24 hours, one third of the time you spend for sleeping, one third of the time you spend for your work, nearly 8 hours. That 8 hours, if you're not satisfied with your work, okay, if you're not liking that work, 33% of your daytime is gone. You're just working for the salary sake. But if you get that interest, okay, I'm going to solve a problem, I'm going to use a tool, I'm going to build a report, my insights are going to be helping the business. If that is your motive here, this is a right technology. The person who is there as a data analyst, just you can go and ask their feedback. Okay, if they are asked to work for 8 hours, these people work for 12 hours, not because of the work, they are interested to work. The first thing which you get here is interest. Very much satisfying job. You try to use your brain. It's not a repetitive task. It's not something like you keep on implementing as client said. You come up with the ideas. You come up with the suggestions. Most satisfying technology is data analysis, right? Lot of companies, lot of industries, lot of sectors are trying to move towards a data analysis because data analysis is making us to come with a use case for the business. You can start thinking about the ideas, you can provide the solutions. A simple example I'll give. Okay, how many of you get credit card calls, personal loan calls every day? On an average, 2 members, 3 members. Okay, on a day, right? In a single day you may get 2 or 3 calls. Now tell me, why only you are getting? Why not your parents are getting? Why not your grandparents are getting? Why your cousins are not getting? Why your school friends are not getting? Those who are like cousins who are in school, why they are not getting? Why the college students are not getting? Why only you are getting? Because of the age factor. They're targeting the right audience. There is no point in giving a personal loan who is 80 plus years. Do you think they'll pay? Do you think they'll pay? Let's say EMI is for 20 years and you're taking a loan for 80 years. What is the guarantee that you will pay till 20 years? What is the guarantee that you will be alive for next 20 years? Let's talk about the college students. Just now they have started learning. Why they need a loan? They are targeting the right audience. So how is this possible? I have a data. So far, let us say there are 1,000 people who have taken a credit card. In this 1,000 people, I will have all the 1,000 people's date of birth and age. I can clearly tell on an average, people who are in the age 30 to 35 has a right chance of buying or taking the credit card. Let us say there is a home for sale. Okay, there is a flat for sale. Will you target whoever is 50 plus or 60 plus? They would have already had a house or they will be planning for retirements on pensions. Do you think the person who's 20, 25 will buy a house of 60 lakhs? Not at all. Then who is the target? The target will be 30 to 40 who has been settled, well settled in a company, who has been into a family recently. They have the high chance of buying a house. Everything in this world is like a proof that is being given by data. Okay, it's something, it will be very interesting in order to solve the report, right? Now this is about the opportunities. Now what you can do with this is, you can convert this data into reports. You can forecast the business how the sales is going to be for the next few days, what is going to happen in the next year. Everything you can make it within hours. Morning you start, evening you can finish a report and you can submit to them. It's not a long project where you need to have 10 members, you need to have a 1 year project, 2 year project where you try to put everything, and it's not completely a lengthy process. The data will be given to you. You have to come up with a report. And you can share the report to the end users and they will be able to access your report. A simple example I'll tell you. Last 3 months, I need to understand how the Amazon is performing. What you will do? From October, November, December, you will take all 90 days. Every day you will calculate how many orders has been placed, how many orders has been shipped, how many orders has been delivered, how many orders has been returned, how many customers are ordering, which part of the state is giving me more sale, which part of the state maybe it's giving less sale, which part of the country is in demand. This type of things you can come up with the data. Let's say suppose Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Andhra is making a good sale, whereas Kashmir, Maharashtra is not making good sale. What is Amazon thought here? Amazon thought will be, we have to give some discounts to those two states. Let's provide them no 0% EMI option. Let's give some cashbacks. Let's give some credit card cashback offers. People who are buying will buy it. People who don't buy it, you try to provide them offers, right? So this is something which you have to keep in mind in order to see the reporting. Now, what are the opportunity sectors here? So basically, in every sector you see, there is a data involved. I was talking about e-commerce. What you do in e-commerce? Every product you purchase, there is a recommendation that is making. People who buy this have already buy this. Do you think Amazon or Flipkart tells lies on this? It's a proof. People who have already purchased this product have purchased the next product as well. It's a proof, right? And let's say discount. What type of people get discount? People who are trying to add to the cart, they're liking the product, maybe due to some huge price, maybe they're dropping the plan. What does Amazon do? They try to monitor this person. Something is stopping for this person to buy. He's adding to the cart, he's not purchasing. He's adding to the cart, he's not purchasing. What is wrong? Let me try give some discount. This is what Amazon will think. Insurance. Who is the right people who will take the insurance? Do you think a 10 year or 20-year-old student will take an insurance? Not at all. People who are 50 plus, they would have already taken. So who is the target? 40 plus, 45 plus, those people will be your target for insurance. Nowadays, everyone is targeting for health insurance. Travel. Okay. Do you know what this Redbus does? Redbus does not even have a single bus on their name, but the revenue they are making is in billions. I hope everyone knows this Redbus app. They don't even have a single bus on their name. But how do they make money? They are linking with respect to different travels. They are linking up with the customers. They're mapping the customers with the bus by providing the proper feedbacks, proper timings, proper details. Recently, I also traveled in Redbus, and they are also giving some wake up call. Suppose 6:30 you want to your destination comes, 6:15 they'll give you wake up call. If the travels was doing this, Redbus would have not been in picture, right? Every business, whatever I'm talking, everything is depending on the data. You go and see the rating first. 4.1, 4.5. So how do you judge this? If many people have traveled, many people have given a rating, you choose it. You also look the data only before deciding, right? So everyone is deciding basis of data only. Now, all this opportunity sector, I would say, this is a only technology data analysis is playing a very important role in every field. Maybe if you go a Java developer, maybe you may work some for UI, maybe you may develop for some applications. That's it. You have to move for the next one. But here you have a lot of opportunities. Any sector, even if there are so many which are not mentioned. Okay, there are so many which is not mentioned. Even nowadays, digital marketing is come into picture. In this lockdown, it's become even more. Everything is digital. You try to use your Paytm, Phone Pay, Google Pay for all your transactions. You order everything to your house, Zomato, Swiggy. So many things you're doing it on online. In every sector, you will find this data analysis skills. Okay. Now, once you see this opportunity, what is the something which you keep on hearing about the data? Data is a currency, data is a new oil, data is a new economy, data is an asset. Data. That's true because data is leading the world in terms of utilization. Let me give you a simple example. Okay. Let us say I'm using a smartphone. Okay. I'm using a smart mobile. And let's say I'm 18 plus of age. Okay. Just keeping this in mind, just a single person, I have only one identity. Okay. A single person. You will not believe I am using Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, Messenger, Google, Gmails, Outlook, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, PhonePe, Google Pay, Paytm. I can keep counting the number of applications I'm using. I'm using Redbus, I'm using IRCTC, I am using so many applications. I'm using a single person. If you also open your mobile, if you see number of applications in your mobile, I can easily say it will be 20 plus. Maybe I may be using Ola, you may be using Uber. Maybe I may be using Flipkart, you may be using Amazon. And even I missed out few apps, Netflix, Hotstar, Amazon Prime, YouTube. All this if you count, you will have minimum of 20 plus. Now you tell me, how many applications you can use it without creating an account? Can you use your smartphone without a Google account? Can you use a Hotstar without an account? Maybe the advanced features at least. Can you order something without your order account in your Amazon? Forget about it. Can you travel in Uber, Ola without an account? Without registering a number? Without registering your address? Is it possible? You cannot use any application without an account. A simple mind calculation, one person, 20 apps, 20 applications. Imagine 7.5 billion people on this earth. In this, let us assume 4.5 billion people are above 18. And I'm assuming they're above 18, whoever is using mobile phones. Nowadays, people who are 10 years, 12 years, 15 years also, you are using mobile phones. Just a simple calculation. 4.5 billion people, whoever is 18 plus, 3.5 billion people are using internet and smartphones, 3.5 billion people into 20 accounts each. What is the data generated? When people are there to generate data, who is there to do analysis? Every day, an average Indian spends 6 to 7 hours on their smartphone. They try to use Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything they use. They nearly spend 2 GB per day on an average. First itself, it was increasing, and nowadays, in the last 2 years, 3 years, Jio is also providing everyday 1 GB. Airtel is also providing everyday 1 GB, 2 GB. Just 399 rupees. If you recharge, you will get internet for 85 days with every day 2 GB of internet. Who will not use? The power of internet is people are generating the data. The data is growing like anything. Simple question. If data is being generated, who is there to analyze? If I ask you how many people are using Facebook, how much money the people is, Facebook is generating, no one knows. You are concerned about only the tweets or the messages or the things which your friends are putting on the Facebook. You're not even worried what is happening outside the world. Let me give you a simple example. 3 weeks back, 3 weeks back, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram was down for 7 hours. I don't know the exact date, but 3 to 4 weeks back, the entire three applications was down from 9 o'clock till the next morning, 4 o'clock. I hope everyone knows this. Everyone will know this because you're also an active social media person. At least you would have got the news that it's not working, right? So many people are using that. Suddenly, for the 7 hours, it did not work, and the loss incurred to Facebook was 60,000 crores in just 7 hours. 60,000 crores in Indian rupees is a loss that has occurred to Facebook. Can you imagine a world without a smartphones? Can you imagine a world without the data? It's just a social media. It's not paying you. The people who are inside the Facebook, they will learn. The time you are using Facebook, the time you are using Instagram, is it going to pay you? As long as you're like a promoter, you're trying to do some business, it's not going to work. But the time you're utilizing, the people are generating money. Those who are just those are maybe, I think everyone would have used. You have something called reels in Insta. Okay, there is something called reels, like small short videos or short videos you can put. Okay, this all applications and these things are implemented by highly brilliant people. They know that once you go inside this reels, you will nearly spend 1 hour. I'll just tell you one thing. Okay, just go today. If you have not used, just select your language, start looking into reels. Just like that, you will lose 1 hour. Just like that, you will lose 1 hour. It will be like mind freshing, or maybe you will find it easy. It will be like maybe I would say you would be relaxed, just lying on the bed, just trying it. But internally, I can tell you, you just see for 1 hour, Instagram would have got 1.25 crores in 1 hour just because of you. The more you see, the more internet you generate, the more the data, they are making money. You are not making money. So what is the takeaway from this is, people are there to generate data. People are not at all there to analyze the data. That's the problem. Everyone is generating. No one is there to analyze it. Okay. Now let's come back to analysis now. Business intelligence. We were talking about the data analysis. Now in data analysis, what is the thing you can bring out of it? We were talking about the analysis part. Let's say you try to analyze the data, you try to bring the information to the business. You try to bring the information to business. You give some insights, you give some strategies, you provide them the growth. Because of you, the company is generating money. All this is something falls under business intelligence. Now, how do you do this analysis? How do you do this analysis? Okay, let me show you a simple example. Let me show you a simple example. This is a data. The screen which you're seeing, it's a data. What is this data? This data is a Amazon data. If you can zoom it and check, we have the order ID. When was the order placed? What is the shipping date? Which customer purchased? What is the product he has purchased? Maybe has purchased some phones, Xerox machines, or maybe some smartphones, okay, some watches, smartwatches, everything they have purchased. This is a simple Amazon data which you're seeing on the screen. What I've done, this is a report I've generated using the business intelligence tool. Now, how is this possible? The graphs will speak. You need not speak. If you see the map which you're seeing on the right side of the screen, this is the US map. The US map is being colored with different shades of the state. By seeing, I can tell that California is the darkest color, which is giving the highest sale that is happening across all the states. California. Among all the products, phone is the most sold product in Amazon. The total profit they made is this much. The total number of customers that they have purchased is 793. The total sales made across the country is 2.3 million. It's a very interactive report. If I click 2016, the complete report changes. See, the numbers are changing. You tell me, will I go and observe the data or will I go and see the report? And there's few more examples, like you have which is the most top highest product sale. It is coming from phones. When did the highest sale happen? 18th March 2016. I don't know what was on that day. That day it has clocked the highest sales. Which customer has purchased more sales? The customer name is Seam Miller. All these are reports that can be generated by using a business intelligence tool. It feels so good and satisfying when you're converting your raw data into insights. One thing I can say you is at this point of time, the report which I showed you now, and there is one more report which I wanted to show you. This is a one more sales and profit analysis of Amazon starting from 2016 to 2019 with respect to what is the total customers, what is the total number of orders, quantity, product, sales, which category is made good sale, what is the top 5 cities, what is the sales on profit, all this information what you're seeing on the screen with respect to customer analysis, with respect to shipping analysis, all this whatever you're seeing on the screen. One thing I can tell you, we have not even written a single line of code. The complete two reports is being implemented without even writing a single line of code. That's the power of business intelligence. Data analysis is something you have to do for a business in order to come up with more revenue. The tools which is possible is, for this tool, we have not even written a single line of code which makes our beautiful reports by just converting this raw data into insights. This is a data which you're seeing. With this is a data, and for this data, we have the order date, ship mode, customer. All this information is being implemented, converted the raw data into insights without even writing a single line of code. Now you tell me, the people who are working in IT, do you think everyone knows coding? I've worked in IT for almost 7 years without writing a single line of code, by just generating the reports, trying to analyze the data, trying to provide insights to the business. There are so many things you can analyze and you can come up with a business use case. Okay, now the next question is, how is this possible? You are telling me maybe we are doing it without writing a single line of code. Maybe you're telling we are using some business intelligence tool and you didn't. Now the question is, which tool is something which is helping us to do this? Okay, so that is something which we discussed. And in order to move, before moving the next slide, one thing I can guarantee you is, in the next 1 month, we can train you each and every one in this group to do this report individually without even taking anyone's help. I'll make a promise today. In the next 1 month, we will make sure you get trained on this tool and you complete this report. You yourself complete the raw data into insights without anyone's help. That promise we will make today. It's not a rocket science where you have to sit and write code for all the graphs. Nothing. If you can just try to know the designing, the colors, and by using your mouse, you can achieve this. We will make you a Power BI developer, data analyst in this institute. Okay. Now the next question for you is, how is this possible? There are n number of tools which can do this for you. When I say n number of tools, there is a Power BI, there is a Tableau, there is a SAP, there is a MicroStrategy. There are so many tools which is available in the market which can do the data analysis for you. The question is, which tool we are going to learn? Which tool we are going to learn? There are so many tools. If I ask you whether Samsung is good or MI is good, what you will tell? Or if I ask you iPhone is good or Samsung is good, what you will tell? You will never come to a conclusion, but you will start telling me that this is good in this, maybe UI is good, maybe brand wise Apple is good, maybe performance wise Samsung is good. You start comparing your phones, then you come to a conclusion. The same way, the reports which I showed you some time back, it's been implemented in Power BI. Power BI is a business intelligence tool that converts a raw data into insights and provide to the business. Now you may ask me a question. Why are you teaching Power BI and why not any other tool? The concept here is, you need to know which data, how can you present it better? And the best business intelligence tool currently in the market is Power BI. Let me show you the proof. The first proof I can go you is, there is a company called Gartner. There is a company called Gartner. So suppose there are certain people, right? Maybe you would have seen in your YouTube or any of the social media. They try to compare two products. They'll talk about this. This product is having high performance, high battery. The screen is good. Maybe this is very good in the touch sensitivity. Maybe this is not good in the battery. The performance goes down. This RAM is 3 GB. This RAM is 4 GB. So you have seen a comparison like that. There is a company called Gartner. This company will actually compare each and every business intelligence tool in the market. Let me assume, okay, let us assume this is the things which you are seeing on the screen. Let's assume this is a race. This is a race. So this is a start. This is a end. These are the 30 business intelligence tools which are running for a race. What is your observation? This is actually the 50% of the race. Out of 30 business intelligence tools which are running for a race, 28 tools have not even touched halfway mark. Agree? Though there are 30 business intelligence tools in the market, what is business intelligence tool? You can convert the data into insights. You can come up with the charts. You can come up with a beautiful reporting where everything you can just select it, see the value, report to the business. There are 30 business intelligence tools in the market. Let us assume they're all running for a race. 28 tools have not even touched 50%, and some even have collapsed in the beginning only. Some tools have collapsed in the beginning only. Now, who is running for a race? There are only two tools that is running for the race. That is Tableau and that is Microsoft's Power BI. These are the only two tools which is running for the race. And proudly I can say, being a Microsoft employee as well, I can say that Microsoft's Power BI is on top. It is in the top for the last 4 years. This is a report taken in 2020, and we have the report for 2021 as well. Even in 2021, the distance between the Tableau and the Microsoft has even increased. Microsoft is running at a beautiful pace. Definitely, it will lead the market for the next 10 to 15 years. This is one of the best business intelligence tool which can convert the data into. I showed you, right? We have done the report without even writing a single line of code. This is a first proof I am giving you. This is the best business intelligence tool. Now I need to always compare the first two, right? See, who knows, tomorrow Tableau can also come first. There's high chance that, because there is always a, forget about 28 people or 28 business intelligence tools coming in first, but there is a chance that Tableau can come first. So what we have seen, let us compare Tableau versus Power BI. So what is happening in this? Google Trend is something like, based on the Google account, based on the Google search, maybe something you don't know, you go and search, you want to download it, you want to start application, you start browsing about the product. They record that how many searches been happened every single day, every single minute. That way, we have taken the Google searches that happened over the Tableau and Power BI for the last 5 years. We have seen that Tableau is already a stable line, up, down, up, down. It's not much of increasing. Power BI is nearly going in an upward direction. And we can proudly see that the search for Power BI is overtaking the Tableau. This is a second proof. I can tell you that this is one of the best business intelligence tool among these two as well. The search is also increasing. More people are increasing. If the more people are started using it, there are so many companies that is been diverting to Power BI. The next proof I'll tell you is, I started my career, IT career, in the year 2014. When I started my career in 2014, There was no Power BI. There was no tool called Power BI. Power BI came to existence in 2015. I can say that this is very, very new tool. It is just 6 years old. It is just 6 years old. Most of them doesn't even know what is Power BI. You go and ask a Java developer, you do go and ask a DBA, you go and ask a UI developer, you go and ask people who are working. No one will know unless and until they are into the data analysis. The people who are working in data analysis, business intelligence, or a data scientist will know about this tool. Rest of the people doesn't even know this tool because it's a very, very new tool. Okay. In order to store the data, you store it in Microsoft Excel. In order to work, let's say this presentation which you are seeing on the screen, there are n number of tools that is available in Google. There are n number of tools that is available in Google. To store the data, even you can store it in a simple text file, but we are all using Excels. To create a presentation, I could have created in any other tool. Why I am using Microsoft's PowerPoint presentation? Why I am using Microsoft Excel in order to store it? Why I am using Microsoft's Outlook to send email? Why I am using all Microsoft product? Why I am using all Microsoft product? The presentation which you're seeing on the screen is also a Microsoft product. Why? Microsoft is a brand. Google is a brand. Facebook is a brand. Microsoft is a brand. Do you think there is a new any other new search engine that comes in competition to Google? Can you ever imagine there is a competitor to Google? There was a competitor at one point of time. It is called Yahoo. Google and Yahoo were like always a competitor. Now, anyone remembers what company is Yahoo? It has vanished from our mind because for us everything is Google. The first social media that comes into your mind is Facebook. Why? It's a brand. The first thing which comes in terms of the products, Microsoft. Power BI is a Microsoft product. The most trustable product is Microsoft's product. These are the reasons which I can conclude that Power BI is going to be it's already leading in the market, which will lead in the market for the next few years without any doubt. Undoubtedly, this is going to be the best business intelligence tool. There are so many companies which are using. I've just handpicked few companies and I'm telling these are the companies which are using Power BI, but there are lakhs of companies who are using Power BI. Even Facebook, Amazon, Flipkart, Uber, Google, everyone is using Power BI. In order to show the business insight, in order to see how much revenue they're generating, in order to come up with a complete business use case, they are using Power BI. Data analysis is something which we were speaking about the start of the class. It's going to be in demand because people are there to generate data. People are not there to analyze the data. Then we talked about a tool which can do work for us. That tool is Power BI. You need not have any skills of coding skills in order to work with this. We can make sure you are trained well in order to do the reporting. This is about the Power BI, right? Now, if you see, we have different occupation, right? We have a software engineer, we have a financial analyst, we have a data engineer, we have a project managers. If you see the percentage, whichever they're asking for, they're requesting for these skills. They're requesting, hey, can you become this skill? Can you read this? Can you learn this? Can you start working on this? They're expecting people to know this. If you see the percentage, the growth or the percentage of the requirement, if you see, for a software developer, there's only 1% people are asking. Only 1% in the entire companies, people are asking software engineer skills. What could be the software engineer skills? Maybe a simple Excel, try to understand the life cycle of the project, a bit of coding language, maybe a Java developer, .NET developer. There's only 1% that has been asked. And if you see in the next 10 years, it can increase up to 11%. The things which you're seeing, which is having the most requested percentage, if you see, the only three things which you can see in the double digit is data analyst, business analyst, and business intelligence analyst developer. These are the three things which you are seeing completely in demand. If you're a software engineer, there's only 1% of the companies which are asking. If you are a project manager, there's only 2% of the companies are asking. If you're a system analyst, they're asking only 3%. But for a business intelligence developer, analyst, and a role which involves data, 13 to 12 to 13% is basically the companies are requesting. And if you see the growth in the next 10 years, it is going to turn into 30 to 40% without any doubt. This is going to happen in the next 10 years. Next 10 years, see the requirement or see the requesting skills that can come as everyone will read, everyone skill up using the business intelligence. Without data, there is nothing in this world. All the things, whichever you're seeing in the healthcare, whichever you're seeing in the travel, whichever you're seeing in the everything is depending on the data. Without data, you cannot do anything. You can make a strong argument with the showing the data as a proof. So this is a key point for you in order to select which domain or which technology you want to go in. See the growth. Software developer, if you want to learn Java, you will be one among the 1 crore. If you want to go with a project manager, if you want to go with a system analyst, if you want to go with the management, see the numbers and see the numbers you are seeing for data intelligence and business intelligence. And the growth that is going to happen in the next 10 years is 30% of all the people who are working in IT will be on these domains. One thing I can say is you are at the right place to start as early as possible, because the Power BI is been there only for 6 years. Learn as fast as possible and start running before people jump on you. Start walking before people still are sleeping. Most of them doesn't know the importance of data analysis, how the data is going to be. You yourself, from morning to night, you see how much time you spend on your smartphones, how much data you're generating. What is the use of this for you if you are using? But what is the company is generating? Companies are happily making money. These are the occupations which is going to be for the next 10 years, and you can see undoubtedly business intelligence and the business intelligence developer, architect, analyst is going to rule the technology in terms of all the other skills. Okay. Now there are a lot of openings in job Power BI. Okay. Along with Power BI, we are also going to make you multi-skill person. We will make sure you come across SQL, you come across Azure. We will try to make sure we provide everything to you on a reporting level, because we all know that data is keep on increasing, right? So we will also teach you the technologies which will be useful in the near future. Maybe 5 years, 6 years from now, what is going to happen, that also we are going to cover here as a part of a advanced analytics. We are going to teach you as advanced analytics. Okay, so this is about the job opportunities. There is very good number of job opportunities. Most of the people who have got trained have got job without any problem, and this is one of the most um, useful skill, I would say. If you had a gap, if you are a fresher, if you don't like coding, this could be the right technology and the right tool. And as I said, end of the day, satisfaction is important. Work satisfaction. If you're working for 8 hours, you have to sleep peacefully, not with the stress. This technology, this tool, where you have to start using the designing, come up with a beautiful reports, provide a user friendly. This is not an application where I've implemented something like coding. I have not used Java or I have not used .NET to come up with this report. This is completely purely done without writing a single line of code. That's the power of Power BI. The name says power. It's a powerful tool. That is something which you will be learning as part of this course. Okay. And finally, one thing I would say is, you can say that, okay, what is this? It's very easy without coding. I can learn it from anywhere else. You can learn it. But here we are going to see, we are going to connect end to end. Apart from Power BI, we are also concentrating on bit of SQL. We'll also learn some advanced analytics, which is a cloud based. We'll be concentrating on Azure. We will be completely solving 3 real-time projects. KSR Consulting Services is not an institute, it's a startup where we are all going to work for a project. Tomorrow, if you're going for a real time, maybe you're walking into Accenture, you're walking into HCL, you're walking into Infosys, you should be readily available to work. That experience, we can proudly say, you will get only in KSR Consulting Services. In order to use Power BI, you need an organization account. When I say organization account, just like at Gmail is there, right? At Gmail. Like this, we want to use at HCL, at Infosys, at Wipro. You need an organization account. This organization account, no one is going to give you before you join a company. The day you join the company, they are going to give you this account. Without this organization account, you will not be able to learn advanced features of business intelligence tool. And business intelligence tool is always a bit costly. When I say costly, whenever you're using, it's going to give you a lot of benefits, right? Easily you can convert the data into charts. You have to spend some money. You have to have some license. We are giving you organization account in our institute. As I said, this is not an institute. It's a startup company where you will all be working with us, working with me as a project. It's like, you can imagine, like I'll be your project manager where I will be giving you the task. We are all going to work and we are all going to do a real-time reporting. We are not just like other institutes where you come, you pay, you get trained, you go away. No. We are going to work as a startup company. The learnings which you get here, easily you can go and show it in the real-time companies. We are going to give you a premium access with completely you can learn the advanced features. We are going to provide you an organization account. We are going to interact on a daily basis. We are going to work. It's like 2 hours. Every day, let's say 2 hours, you will work for our organization. And end of the 3rd month, you will be having an offer in the real-time companies. This is a promise we can make. Apart from this, we also concentrate on interview guidance, resume preparation, soft skills. Maybe you can ask me a question. Maybe I've completed my engineering in 2016. After that, I had a gap. After that, I had a pandemic. Maybe I did not get much time to work in a real time. I'm struggling in English. You need not worry. We are going to make you readily available to work in a software industry. The 3 months to 2.5 to 3 months, the time which you're going to spend with us, it's like a career change time which you're going to spend with us. Next 2.5 months, you can land into somewhere in a good companies with the high packages. The previous students who have got trained, or almost everyone is getting job. On an average, people are getting around 80 to 90,000 of salary with respect to the skills. You just need to concentrate. You just need to prepare. We are going to work as a team. Forget that it's an institute. Forget that it's an institute. It's a startup. And one thing I can also say that providing the organization account, solving the real-time projects, interacting in a sessions like a real-time IT people, providing the suggestions, taking the mock interviews, preparation of the resumes, training you to get a job. KSR Consulting Services is the only institute in India to provide this. No other institute in India will provide all this at one place. You can go and research. No other institutes will provide an organizational account for the training purpose. We are going to give you the premium access. We are going to provide the complete end-to-end training on this tool. In the next 30 to 45 days, you will be able to do the report which I showed you single-handedly without anyone's help. Okay, so this is all about a small session which I wanted to give. You can ask your questions. We are ready to answer.
Hi Santosh, this is Pradeep.
Yes.
Yeah, I have completed my graduation in 2015.
Okay.
I worked in some other industry, not in IT industry. Now I want to switch to this industry. Is it a wise decision by taking this course?
Yes, it's completely wise because 2015 to 2020, maybe you have worked in a non-IT sector. Maybe you'll be knowing the pain that you're following into that pressure work, or I would say like it's something maybe you're not satisfied. But this is the right technology for you because you need not know coding. The people who are like falling in like feeling that okay it is difficult just because of the technology or maybe because of the coding skills, you need not even have the coding skills. We will make you to report it, and this is one of the highly demand. Easily you can get almost 100% to 150% hike by going through the course, and you yourself after 3 months you will tell that you have made a better decision.
Okay, sir. Outside, some people are doing like 10 days course, and after that, they're doing proxy. That will
the objective here is you have to go and work in the real-time projects. Okay, as I said, we entertain you to become a developer. It's not that I will teach everything in a 1 day or 2 day, and even I am not giving the time frame. It may even go to 2.5 months. It may even go to 3 months. Our objective is we are going to implement a project. We are making you a readily available for maybe I would say people who are working in organization. See, you can learn in 10 days, you can crack and you can go. Who is going to survive there? No one is going to help. You are going to work as an individual. But here, what is something which you are going to learn is this is not an institute. This is a startup where we are all working under one company. I will be giving the task. You will all be delivering the reports. We are all going to work together. It's going to be a completely collaboratively team effort.
Okay, sir. So that's what I am also thinking. If I get the job, how can I survive by going the proxy? So that's why I am asking, sir.
See, forget about proxy, forget about this. I'm telling you, this is an institute, this is a startup company where you can yourself learn, you can start working in the company.
Yeah, I am also looking for this only, sir. Strong coaching.
That's something you're at the right place.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. So many are doing like that, but how can we survive after going inside? We have to struggle.
That's what, yeah, see, that's what I'm telling. 3 months of the hard work which you can put here, you will be able to get it. The only prerequisites I would give for this course is for the last 1 hour, If you have understood what I've told you, that's more than enough.
Yeah. By with data, we have to create the visuals.
Yes.
Sir, how can I show that, sir? How can I showcase 5 years of experience?
See, you need not show. There is, as I said, there is no like we are not going to concentrate on degree. What is your prerequisites? What coding your language? No,
Okay.
it's complete. They'll test your skills. What you know, how you're doing reporting, how you are coming up with the insights, how beautiful reports you are doing. That is what is being tested. It's not that something what you did previously, what you did in the 10 years back, 5 years back. Nothing about that. Currently, what you're doing, previously, what you did. What you're going to learn in the 3 months, you're going to showcase them that I have done this.
So daily, how many hours I need to spend for practice purpose?
This is going to be a morning class. Like Monday to Friday, we'll all be involving in the morning time. Maybe we'll be fixing a time for you. So this batch will be continuing in the morning. Every day, 1.5 hour to 1.5 hour, maybe question and answers. Maybe it come up to 2 hours. So 2 hours if you spend on the same day, if you practice for 1 hour, next 3 months you will have a job.